Hello students, in this today's lecture, this is our third lecture of this differential calculus, and in this lecture first of all we will prove one result, that is the nth derivative of e to the power ax sin of bx plus c is equal to r raised to n e to the power ax sin of bx plus c plus n phi, where r is equal to under root of a square plus b square and phi is equal to tan inverse of b by a. After proving this, we will see how to find the nth order derivative of some rational functions. So first of all, let us prove this theorem, this result, that is the nth derivative of e to the power ax sin of bx plus c. So let y is equal to e to the power ax sin of bx plus c. So first of all, we will find its first derivative, that is y1, that is of course dy by dx, that is equal to y1. How to find this? All of you know that by using u into v rule, that is first function as it is e to the power ax into derivative of this, that is b into cos of bx plus c, plus second function as it is into integration into derivative of this, that is a into e to the power ax sin of bx plus c. So here is equal to, take e to the power ax common, so b cos of bx plus c plus a sin of bx plus c. So this is our first order derivative of this function. Now, but we have to prove this result in terms of r and phi. So for that purpose, we have to use one substitution here. So with substitution, that is putting a is equal to r cos of phi and b is equal to r sin of phi. So this substitution we are using. A is equal to r cos phi and b is equal to r sin phi. And after that, this a square plus b square will be this r square cos square phi plus r square sin square phi. So take r square common, that is sin square phi plus cos square phi. All of you know that is 1. So in this way, this a square plus b square is equal to r square, and therefore this r is equal to under root of a square plus b square. Now if we divide this, that is b by a, that is r sin of phi upon r cos of phi, so that is equal to tan of phi, and therefore this phi is equal to tan inverse of b by a. So for this purpose we are using this substitution, that is a is equal to r cos of phi and b is equal to r sin of phi, and after that we get this. So let us use this substitution. So by using this substitution, y1 is equal to this is e to the power. Now what is a? A means r cos phi, so e to the power ax in bracket b. B means r sin of phi, so you can write here r sin of phi cos of bx plus c, plus a means that is r cos of phi into this sin of this bx plus c. So let us take here again r common, so r into e to the power ax. Now what is this c? Sin of phi cos of bx plus c plus cos of phi sin of bx plus c. From 11th standard, you have you are using this formula, that is sin A cos B. Sin A cos B plus sin B cos A. So that is sin of A plus B. So here you can write this r e to the power ax into sin of bx plus c plus phi. So this is y1. So in this way, y1 is equal to this r e to the power ax sin of bx plus c plus phi. Now similarly, if we differentiate again, then you will get y2 is equal to r e to the power ax sin of bx plus c plus 2 phi. You can verify this by calculating, and here you will get r square e raised to ax sin of bx plus c plus 2 phi. Again, if we differentiate, then also you will get r cube e to the power ax sin of bx plus c plus 3 phi. So in this way, generally we can write here, that is dny by dxn, that is equal to r to the power n e to the power ax into sin of bx plus c plus n phi. And then what is the meaning of this phi and r that we have mentioned here? That is, this r is equal to under root of a square plus b square, and this phi is equal to, that is tan inverse of this b by e. So this is one of the important results of this nth order derivative. Now come to the one more thing. There is a result also. Write down this. That is dn by dxn of e to the power ax cos of bx plus c is equal to r to the power n e to the power ax cos of bx plus c plus n phi, and where phi is equal to tan inverse of b by a, and this r is equal to under root of a square plus b square. So you try to solve this. It is similar to the same proof as we have seen earlier. So try this. This result is also important. Now our next article, that is the determination of nth derivative. Determination of nth derivative of a rational function. A rational function. Determination of nth derivative of a rational function. A rational function means, at the 12th standard you have studied, there is one partial fraction method. That is very simple, and that you have to use here. And also one more result you have to use here sometimes, that is de Moivre's theorem. De Moivre's theorem. So what is that? Cos theta plus I sin theta to the power n is equal to cos n theta plus I sin n theta. So this is the result. Of course, plus or minus. Cos theta plus I sin theta to the power n is equal to cos n theta plus I sin n theta or minus sin n theta. You can use. For example, suppose here cos x plus I sin x to the power 7. Then you can write by using this formula, that is cos of 7x plus I sin of 7x. So this is the de Moivre's theorem. In our second paper, there is some detailed part on the basis of this de Moivre's theorem. So this also sometimes you have to use in finding the nth order derivative of some rational functions. So let us solve one problem. Find the nth order derivative. Nth order derivative of y is equal to x square upon x plus 2 2x plus 3. X plus 2 and 2x plus 3. X plus 2 and 2x plus 3. So this is the rational function and you have to find its nth order derivative. So before finding its derivative, we have to convert this into partial fractions. So how to see that? Let x square upon this x plus 2 into 2x plus 3 is equal to, suppose a upon this first factor x plus 2. Try to understand this method. In the next problems you can use this method to find the nth derivative. So a upon x plus 2 plus b upon this second factor 2x plus 3. This is the partial fraction method. This is the partial fraction method which will be useful in solving various problems. So after that, x square upon this x plus 2 2x plus 3 is equal to, take LCM there, x plus 2 2x plus 3. So here a into 2x plus 3 plus b into this x plus 2 and this front side, this cancel. So here x square is equal to this a into 2x plus 3 plus b into this x plus 2. So what is our aim? Our aim is to find the values of a and b. So how to find that? Suppose we put x is equal to minus 2. Suppose we put in x is equal to minus 2. What will happen? See, if x is equal to minus 2, then minus 2 plus 2 becomes 0. So in this case, and here we put minus 2 square, that is 4. So 4 is equal to here, that is minus 4 plus 3, that is minus a. It means the value of a is minus 4. So you can put here, that is the minus 4 here. Now we have to find the value of b. So for that purpose, here 2x plus 3. If we put here x is equal to minus 3 by 2, then this will be cancelled, 0. So here you take minus 3 by 2 plus 2. Here minus 3 by 2 and plus 2. So what will be that? That is minus 3 and plus 4. That is 1 by 2. That is 1 by 2. So in this case the value of b is 1 by 2. So you can write here the value of b, that is 1 by 2. Now we will find the nth order derivative. So here it's nth order derivative, that is dn by dxn of this, that is x square upon x plus 2 into 2x plus 3 is equal to minus 4 dn by dxn of 1 upon x plus 2 and plus half dn by dxn of 1 upon 2x plus 3. 1 upon 2x plus 3. So in the last period we have proved one result. We have proved one result, that is here dn by dxn of 1 upon ax plus b is equal to minus 1 raised to n factorial n a to the power n upon ax plus b to the power n plus 1. So this result we have to use to find its nth order derivative. So here is equal to minus 4 into nth order derivative of 1 upon x plus 2, that is minus 1 raised to n into factorial a means 1 here, and divided by this x plus 2 to the power n plus 1. Here that is 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 into 1 upon 2x plus 3, that is, so here minus 1 raised to n factorial upon 2x plus 3 to the power n plus 1 into here 2 raised to n into 2 raised to n. So this is the its nth order derivative, and if we take common, that is half, then the answer will be half into, or you can take common minus 1 raised to n also. Here minus 1 raised to n factorial upon 2, take common, so in bracket you will be 9 into 2 to the power n upon 2x plus 3 to the power n plus 1, and minus 8 upon x plus 2 to the power n plus 1 to the power n plus 1. So this is the method to solve the nth order derivative of partial fractions. So in the next lecture we will see some more problems, and also in that lecture we have to see how to find the nth order derivative of sine raised to 4x, sine cube x, sine raised to 5x. So that method we have to see in the next lecture. So here we stop.